Okay, it is live.
Yeah, it says on my end.
Sweet. Okay. Loaded bases. Adam. I'm going to butcher this one. Adam Michalesko.
Michalesko. Everyone says that though, but yeah, it's Michalesko. But I guess it's a hidden secret of mine.
Okay, we will restart that one. Okay, Adam Michalesko. How's it going?
It's going great. How are you, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing good. I'm glad it's only 6 p.m. over here.
Yeah, it's 9 here. We're chilling though. It's gonna be good.
Dude, I'm hyped. So, what do you do? What is your what are you all a part of right now?
Oh, geez. So this is the off season right now. So I'm actually picking up substitute teaching for
Nice.
elementary kids. Yeah, that was my original major when I went to Penn State. Switched out of it though right away. Didn't feel I was mature enough. But now I switched to communication, so like in broadcast journalism. So like I work with like ESPN and Fox Sports. Work NFL college games. I'll be at Penn State this Saturday. But yeah, right now, I'm in the process of doing that. I'm with my brand Out on a Limb. You can see a little. I don't know if you can see it, a little face and little Out on a Limb wristbands. Got the shirts. We're repping. Working on the whole new clothing line coming out I think next week. Yeah, that's getting finalized. The hoodies and sweatshirts, crew necks. It's getting legit. Like I'm getting really excited about it. So working on that, and then training for baseball every day. I was just with my. I should hook you up with my friend Joe Nahas.
I'm down.
Yeah, he plays Double A for the Cubs. I was just with him.
Dude, perfect. That's my team. That is my Yeah, I am a Washington State guy, but I have family from Chicago, so that was the big part.
Yeah, he's actually doing a podcast tonight too. Telling me, but I was just with him training a little bit. So then going to New Jersey tomorrow for an evaluation at the Baseball Performance Center. That's a good spot too. There's a lot of big name those over there too.
Nice. Yeah, dude. Like so you pretty much do everything. You are like
I'm working on
the field, off the field, creating a brand.
Yeah, there's a lot of other avenues I want to pursue, but it's a journey, man. Like I'm sure you get it. I mean, you're killing it. You got this shit going. You're doing a lot of shit. It's cool. It's cool. And so it's just a nice thing, to be a part of and grow your name in a lot of areas.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, it's always fun like creating content. I'm having a blast doing this.
Right.
And it was for sure a random thing like we like cross paths, but now I think since that one day that we started like talking, it's been like an everyday dude. You're on my best friend list on Snapchat now. Like that's
how funny is that? Yeah, no, I think we clicked pretty quick, and it's just a personality thing. I think we just gel personality wise. So that's pretty cool.
100%.
Let me plug my Out on a Limb stuff quick because it's a podcast blog and clothing brand. So anyone watching, shop.outonalimbofficial.com, outonalimbofficial.com, and Out on a Limb Adam on YouTube. Subscribe. That's all.
Hey, plug away, man. Yeah. So how did you start that whole brand thing and then the whole name like Out on a Limb?
So that started last year during COVID, right? I guess COVID 2020. That's when I graduated from Penn State. So when all that stuff happened, because my major is to be on TV and sports and entertainment. So I was like, shoot, how am I gonna keep my face fresh? Because the last 2 months of Penn State, I was supposed to cover the Olympic trials for wrestling. I was supposed to host an eSport Rocket League event. Like I was supposed to do all this cool shit. And then when COVID happened, I was like, well, there goes that. So
yeah,
right as soon I came off a spring break cruise. As soon as I heard, that's when the world shut down that week. I had no idea my phone was gone for a whole week. And when I came back, everything was gone. I was like, oh shoot. I was like, what's going on in the world? So came back and I was like, well, how am I gonna keep my face fresh on the camera? And you need to do that. So
yeah, for sure.
I was talking to my friend about a podcast, and then this came along. And then the name, my friend, his name's Lethal Panda. He's a gaming channel. He teaches people Call of Duty hacks and whatnot on YouTube. He's pretty funny. But he was like, you need to create a name for yourself. So I was like, what best represents me? I was going through a lot of things. Relentless is a big word for me. That means never give up. I love that shit. But
Yeah.
the best one, but I ended up coming up with Out on a Limb. I forget how it hit me, but to me, it has a lot of meanings.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, but the main one is, I mean, this is the main definition, but it's like to believe in yourself so much, regardless of what anyone else thinks, even though it's risky and you got to take risks and whatnot. But you have a goal in mind and you're going to achieve it, and no one's going to stop you. That's my mindset on that.
Also, yeah, I mean, because you do, I mean, like, just like being like on the sidelines, like for the big games. I mean, like, that's huge. Oh, is it because you were on the sideline for the Pittsburgh game?
Yeah, it was Monday Night Football. I was there. I was with Lisa Salters for that game. And then went right to Penn State that Saturday and worked the Michigan Penn State game.
Yeah, dude. So you were all over.
Yeah, I like it. I like traveling. It's fun.
Well, like, so how far is it from like where you're at to Pittsburgh?
That was actually a 4-hour drive. I didn't plan to drive that. I didn't want to, but
Yeah.
I committed to another job with Pittsburgh that was going to be like a 2-day event, and I would have been made way more money. But then I got switched to this, and I was like, I can't cancel because I didn't get the job I wanted.
Yeah, for sure.
Usually I do, so I get the job I want. So because I have good connections, but this time around I was like, all right, I'm just gonna do it and have fun because I never been at that stadium before. It was sweet.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and then like, so when I lived down in Florida, and then like all the flights like up to like the Northeast were cheap. It was super cheap. But then like the flights like over here, like on the West Coast, dude, like they're all expensive. So it's
they're
kind of
crazy expensive.
Well,
I was supposed to work in LA for the Rose Bowl parade later on December, and they wouldn't pay for my flight. And I was like, it was so much, and I was like, if they're not going to pay, I can't do it. I wouldn't make any profit.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, what was like, because I was gonna go down to Florida, like, so I was gonna go down to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, over Thanksgiving, and then the flights, dude. I mean, like, even though like it was Thanksgiving, like holiday time, it was still $1,000.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
And I'm just like, dude, no. I mean, it was cheaper to live down there and then like to fly to Seattle than it was from Seattle to Fort Lauderdale.
Shit. So, are you gonna do that anymore?
Nope. I am staying up here. I'm saying, yeah, like some of my family flew down there today. So now I gotta stay here in the cold weather. Dude, it's 30 degrees here right now and it's supposed to snow tomorrow.
That's actually kind of sick though. I love snow.
Oh, hell no.
No?
Snow sucks.
Well,
it's not fun.
Well, I agree, but in my opinion, it's the time of the year. I love this time of year, leading up to Thanksgiving and to Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, it's a nice magical time. But besides that, I agree. Get warm weather.
Yeah, I mean, so like it's kind of like it usually doesn't snow until like late December, like early January.
Okay.
And then like it will dump snow and then let me have it for like 6 weeks and then it's just gone.
Yeah, so Seattle's crazy for that shit.
Yeah, it's nuts. But let's go back like in like your earlier in your life. Like, were you always wanting to be a professional baseball player?
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, that was always, it was when I first started baseball. That had to be I started 7 years old when I was in minor league, and so skip t-ball didn't really. My dad, my parents, my dad especially was like asking me if I wanted to play anything, and he was never going to force me to do anything. But he said one day I was just like, because he was asking me about baseball, and I was like, nah, I'm good. And then one day he was like, yo, do you, or he said one day I came up to him and I was like, Dad, I want to play baseball. I want to hit and I love to hit. And so then he put me in and I was, killing the game. It was fun. But never really pitched up until I was 12, just started learning how to pitch. But so leading up to Little League through Babe Ruth, I was never a hard thrower. But it was a whole learning process, and I still loved hitting. I love playing the outfield. I play center field. I like to say I'm fast. I like that shit. That's cool.
Well, you have to be fast up by center though.
Yeah, I mean it's a fun time, and I love reading the ball and where it can go. So, later on, if I'm ever playing, and they need, my team needs me in the outfield or needs someone, they'll pick me for sure. But yeah, no, leading up into Babe Ruth and whatnot, I was always learning how to just pitch. I was never, getting good at it, or I was getting good, but I wasn't like, getting fast, I guess.
Yeah.
And eventually, it went into high school and wasn't really pitching there as much either. I was doing little things, doing well, but not crazy. And then going into college, I started to really focus in it more. And then my last 2 years, man, I was just like going crazy. And then when COVID happened, I was like, I'm ready. Like this is gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
And then my mentor, that I'm really close with, I wasn't gonna do professional baseball. I wasn't gonna start this journey until this year. I said I wasn't ready, and then he was like, just go do it, see what happens. And next thing you know, it worked out, and now I'm in this little journey. Hopefully see what next team I go on.
Oh, for sure. No, it was I mean, I know that there's a lot of, so I mean, because there wasn't baseball like for the minor leagues in 2020.
Right.
So it was just like, I mean, like you got guys like that were just like craving like to get like some at bats and then just like to face like live pitching.
Right, and what ended up happening that year, I think that's where I kind of got a little exposure, I guess you can say. My this league was in State College, since I just graduated, and I played in this league the year prior, just to I didn't know what it was, and I was curious, and I had an internship and whatnot, so I was like, I still play baseball. But it was actually like a county league team. But that year specifically, when county, when everything was going on, but I want to say, because I think someone told me this, but it was like one of the first leagues in the nation open up because of COVID in State College. And it was a county league, but it drove in a lot of like, talent, like D1, ex professionals, like it drove in some talent because nowhere else was playing. So when that happened, I was doing well, and then I got a little exposure. Some people were talking about me, and then I was like, shoot, I'm gonna go for this. Like I was. So baseball was always the picture. It's just I didn't know how I was gonna get there, and I'm still not there yet. But I'm on a path now.
Dude, it is always a journey. It is always fun.
You never know, and that's what the beauty of life is.
So yeah, I mean, like we all have like different ways of getting there. I mean, for mine, I mean, like playing is over. Like, I mean, like I have fully understood that one.
Okay.
So now it's just like podcasting, talking to guys like who do play, so I can kind of stay like in that circle. So it's
what positions were you?
I pitched and then played outfield.
Oh no shit, that's cool. See, right-hander.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep, all that, and then my shoulder surgery, and then
you told me that.
Yeah, rehab, and then my UCL, my elbow. That was not fun. So now it's I mean, I could probably get the surgery and then just like hit the gym hard and throw and long toss, but hey, I'm 27. We are I think we're done there. I think I would rather podcast and just talk to guys, honestly.
Hey, I mean, it's a journey in of itself. I mean, you never know where this is going to end up. And I mean, from looks of it, it looks pretty legit. You're getting lineups, and it's pretty impressive, honestly.
Hey, well, I appreciate those words for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, just because my podcast, when I have like, I'm gonna have you on. I was gonna ask you eventually.
Oh, dude, 100%.
Yeah, I want you to come on, but like how you get people, because I respect that, because it's hard to get people on.
Yeah.
You have to just pitch a line. There was actually she went to Penn State. She followed me on Instagram a while ago. Her name, but she's a great person. She does a lot. Her name's Haley McCain Hill. If you watch Monday Night Football this past week, she was like highlighted. And I reached out to her because I've been meaning to, and she's gonna come on soon. So I'm excited about that. She's a 49ers cheerleader. She has her own brand. She's and she big thing. She's with the military, so it was really cool.
Yeah, I'd say it's I think it's awesome like how a lot of people are starting like their own brands. And I mean, especially like in 2020, I mean, because there wasn't like pretty much anything to do. I mean, like the people like would have to stay home, and they were like, you know what, like how can I like come out of this being like a positive person, pretty much.
I agree. But sorry to cut you off there. That was my fault.
No, dude, you're good. You're good. No, it's well, yeah. So I mean, because you do like journalism and all of that. So like, how or I guess why did you choose that major in college?
When I got out of the whole education stuff for teaching,
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was like, what the hell do I like to do? And then I was like, I know I love talking. I know I love connecting, and I'm good with talking to people. It's fun, and
Yeah.
you like the thing in my life is you show me respect, I show you respect. So like, that's why I always like to talk to people. They're usually cool with me, so I'm cool with them. And
100%.
yeah, so I was like, well, what major is that? And I was like communication. I was like, well, I do want to be on the screen. Been always saying that in my life,
Yeah.
especially if you're a baseball player, you have to be on TV. So I was like, screw it, we're doing that.
That works.
Yeah, it was pretty cool journey so far. I mean, the stuff I got to do and continue to do. I want to really, really, really. I'm trying to get in contact, but I'm a big Fast and Furious franchise guy.
Ooh.
Though I want to try to. I don't care how small of a role it is, but I want to be in one of these last two movies.
Do like if you're
Or
like an
both.
extra in the back,
I
that'd be
don't care as
sick.
long as my face is on the screen at some point, or maybe I got a little role. Who knows? But I want to do it.
Dude, you got to go through the credits and then you got to add okay, like so this is like what I did like at first. So I took an Adderall one night and then I and then I printed off every single front office of every single MLB team. And
Yeah.
then I went and and then I went down the list and then I highlighted every single name after I added them on LinkedIn. Dude, it I was up for like 48 hours, bro. It was insane. But then I got like people like to add me back and then they knew people like for me to talk to like for the podcast. So that was a big one. And then
Shit.
and then I pretty much so like in the very beginning, I I sent out DMs to like the players in the minors, and I would send out probably about 100 a day. Like shit, you not like I sent out so many, and I would get like 4 or 5 responses. I'm like,
Wow.
let's go, because that's 4 or 5 more weeks on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then like in the very beginning, I wanted to, I guess, just try and get like as much like content like as possible.
Right.
So then like once I got done like talking to them, I asked them to like to get me at least one person. So and then so then they did. So then
Yeah.
that went to 10 people. And then like other guys like give me like 2 guys or 3 guys. And now it's just now we're
It just
here.
keeps booming. I mean, yeah, I'm like I said, I'm gonna get you somebody. He'll definitely do it.
100%. Yeah. I
But
would
that's
love that.
freaking. Oh, and then I can possibly get someone else, but I don't think he really uses technology. I don't think he really uses social media. But he just made it to the Angels team, not the like main team, but he's in the
Yeah.
system now. And oh,
Nice.
my friend Zach can possibly do it too. He's on the Twins. He just got signed to the Twins this year for my league. That was in.
Dude, anyone. I love talking to like anyone.
Yeah,
It's
he's from
just like
Texas. He's funny as shit.
it is always fun. Dude, especially like the guys like from Texas. I think I've had probably about like 4 or 5 on here. And dude,
Really.
they're always fun.
He has like a little accent, and like he's a big farm boy, so he's funny as shit.
So yeah, it's I think I've only had like with like accents, I've only had like 1 or 2 people on there like on here like with accents. But
Wow.
I had a guest on here the other night, and she's from Georgia.
Mm.
It's strong accent.
Ooh.
But it worked
Would you
out.
ever branch out to like softball players for like because you said the girls, so I was thinking softball and like big name schools. I'm sure you can probably get some girls on here too.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, there was this girl that I went to like that I played softball, like slow pitch softball with down in Florida.
Yeah.
And she went to Penn State.
No
And
shit.
yeah, and played softball. And she was actually the Ivy League Player of the Year in, I believe, 2017.
I was gonna say, do I know her? What was her name? Do you remember? Because I definitely know. I knew. I mean, I knew that team. I know a couple players from that
Oh
team.
my gosh, I forgot her name.
I don't think I would. I might not know her though. So
she's a stud. Let me look it up real quick, because if I remember correctly, I don't know why I keep forgetting names.
hey, that's fine. While you're looking up, I want to show the people, whoever's watching, the quick.
Yeah, dude.
So inside my shirt, this is like every year is doing a new theme, and this year's was "Normal Sucks Be Different." So inside the sleeve is a hidden message, and it's going to say
that.
"Normal Sucks Be Different," and no one will know about it unless I either say it or they just happen to check it out one day, just unknowingly.
I like that.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, no, I really like that. I mean, like, I like the small meanings to stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like how, I don't know, I just really like the small meanings on.
Well, would you ever do anything for your brand?
I have I mean, I made like t-shirts and like sweatshirts, but like I just don't have time to do it.
Okay.
But I mean, like I have a Loaded Bases beanie, like that. I mean, it's like a one of one.
Yeah.
And then, but like other than that, I mean, like I made stickers. Actually, like probably the coolest thing that I've done for my brand. So hold on one second. Let me grab it real quick. So I made. Okay, so I got bored one day and I went on Photoshop and I made QR codes that have.
No way, I did that too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
yep.
If I can see it. Yeah. So I made QR codes that go to my link tree, and I thought I ordered 100 of them.
Tell me you ordered 1,000.
I ordered 1,000 for $38. So yeah, dude. So I did that, and then I sent out like 10 or 20 to like everyone that I knew, like across the whole country. And then I sent stuff like to people like who were going on like vacation to like Europe, and like it was, dude, like I like, and then like when I went to Chicago, I put them up everywhere. I mean, like I could probably get arrested for like putting up so many stickers around Wrigley Field. Honestly.
Well, that's not a bad thing. When I was working the Maryland game for Monday Night Football a couple weeks ago, my friend wanted to go to what's called Graffiti Alley, and it's the only area in Baltimore, because outside of that area, if you got caught graffitiing, apparently it's like $2,500 to $3,000 fine. And yeah, so Graffiti Alley was a big thing, and I was like, well, shit, let's do it. Let's have some fun. I vlogged that experience. And I branded myself in there everywhere that I could find. You had to respect, obviously, artists. You don't want to draw over anything. So I was trying to find blank spaces, which was really hard.
Yeah, I'm not sure like what the actual fine is like for doing it up here, but I know, I mean, because we have like one area near like, so there's like one area where we can do it. It's like in like a cave kind of.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah. Then I went there and I did, I decided to, I put my logo, like I did like a spray paint, and then I did like a photo shoot up there, like with like my shirts and then like my sweatshirts. And then I thought that was kind of cool. And it was just, dude, it was just like, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
But
that sounds awesome.
Yeah, there was like, dude, it was a blast. But like, I know like when I was younger, I used to get in trouble for like tagging stuff. But
really?
Yeah. And then like, so my mom, she's a art teacher.
Yeah.
So I've been like around art for a long time. So it's just been, I mean, like she's been the one to like push me to like be like creative.
Yeah.
And then like my brain is always going. So it's it's always
So
fun
cool.
to talk. Yeah, I would say like it's always fun to talk to people like who have like those same visions like you do, like with like having a brand and then like being like creative, and
Well,
it's
I'll
always
tell
fun.
you, when I started this stuff like last year, I was like, I don't know, like as I was graduating college, because I was always saying to myself in college, I was like, I would love to do this, but I was like,
Yeah.
so there's always something holding me back, and that was school, because I couldn't travel elsewhere because like school. But I was like, once I graduate from school, I'm not gonna have any excuse, Hopefully baseball's in the picture, and now it is. So, but like I was like, I have I have my my free time, and sometimes I think I'm a loser because I'm not like making crazy money yet. But at the same time, it was like,
grind.
I'm doing something that I'm passionate about, and that's good, that works out, and I believe in that. And so, but like the mindset is like, I want to have 6, 7 different sources of income. Never money. I don't want money to ever be an issue. I want to
For sure.
grind and have fun and enjoy my life. And there's gonna be times where I'm probably gonna have to suck it up. But like once I graduated college, I was like, I have the world by the palm of my hands. Like I was like, I have no other excuse. I gotta just go do it now.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of like. I mean, I appreciate everything about you. Like it's so cool.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
It's so dope. But like, I would rather make less money, but like do something that I'm passionate about.
Exactly. And then that's another thing. Yeah. It's like, as long as you're happy in this world, you mean, you got a girl, you got the sick tattoos, your face tattoo that I absolutely love. Like you got that shit is so cool. And so like, and once you're happy, dude, I mean, I guess that's the, biggest thing aside from making money. But like, I mean, once you're happy, dude, its possibilities are endless.
Oh, I've always said that. Like that's like one of the things like that I live by. I'm like, I think honestly, probably starting in like March, April, like I decided to like really not fully not give a fuck, but like, but like I like I want to make sure like that I am always like myself. And that's kind of
that's
like the big
exactly what you
thing.
got to do. Yeah,
And
you
then
cannot be fake. You cannot be fake.
Oh no, I mean, what was like last week I got eight more tattoos just for shits and gigs. Yeah, dude, I got 8 in one day. So it was kind of like, and then like on the back of my arm, like I got one that says stay weird. Like that's just
I love it. That's do you mind me asking, because I was just having a conversation with somebody, because
for sure.
I'm not saying I'm not a tattoo guy. It's just I know I'm very indecisive. So once I get some on my body, I'm like, why the heck did I get this? So that's why I rep these. I have Pure Vitas I rep sometimes, but now I rep my brand stuff. But this my different color combinations. The wristbands are my tattoo because I could change it. But if I ever did get one, I would definitely maybe something smaller, something I live by. But how much were those tattoos, like 8 in one day, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to say it on here.
$100.
There you go. That's beautiful.
I paid $100, and then I tipped the guy 40, and I am so it's funny. So the tattoo shop that I went to, I'm actually gonna help them set up their own podcast. So
no way.
Yeah, like, so they tried like to set it up because I kind of like I gave them an idea like the last time I went in like to go get like a tattoo, and they were like, oh, it's like, oh yeah, like we've always wanted to do one. So so then we were sitting there talking for like, I mean, I was there for 2 hours. I think we only tattooed for an hour, and it was just like, yeah, no, like, so I'm actually going there and I'm gonna help them out, like start a podcast.
That's freaking awesome.
So it's always fun like that. I mean, like the tattoos. I mean, let's see, what did I get last week? I got I got my logo, 100%. Like that's,
of course,
that's a big one because it's a vision and now it's permanent. Let's see. Well, and then I got the blimp off of Scarface because it says the world is yours, and I actually have that on my necklace too.
That's so cool.
And then I got my Cubs. So it says LWLLWWW, which was what the Cubs did in the World Series.
Right.
And What else did I get? I got a tattoo of a tattoo like file, so it's like tattoo.jpg.
That's
I got my Stay Weird one on the back, and I
now
got
is weird spelled like the actual word weird, or is it like
oh no,
WURD?
it's like it's totally different. Like it's spelled with kind of like different like symbols, but it says
Oh,
Stay
that's so
Weird.
cool. That's so cool.
And then I got a alien smoking a joint like on the inside. And then my favorite one is I got Harry Carey
That's
on
so cool.
like on my baseball arm because I have like my baseball whole sleeve tattoos and then my
Damn.
random arm ones. Dude, like I'd say like I got one and so my grandma actually gave me that tattoo right
Really?
there. Yeah, I gave her a tattoo gun and she just tatted me up.
That's so badass.
Yeah, dude, I have random ass ones, man.
Dude, you're gonna be a great episode for my podcast.
Dude, my life is a shit show, but it's a fun shit show.
Well, let me ask you. So when you have
Yeah.
now, obviously you have me on this. So did you? So what I do, or used to, or yeah, what I do is like I usually create like a list of questions I think to ask. But
Yeah.
do you just free ball it and see where it goes?
Yeah, I have one question that I ask my guests, and it's what do you do? That's it.
That's awesome because I want to get to that point because it gets me a pain in the ass to think of a lot of questions because I don't, you don't want to try to follow a whole guideline, but like
Oh,
sometimes
dude.
I
Yeah,
feel like
no.
sometimes you have guests though, like I do, who don't, sometimes they're hard to break open and talk, and so that's why I have the list of questions just in case they don't talk as much, so I can say something and get them going.
Well, I mean, like, cause there's like ones like where I mean, I think I ask everyone like that, like if they really wanted to be a professional baseball player,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, I think that's just like I don't know. I mean, like, cause that kind of like gets them talking about like their story and then like what they want to talk about. And
Okay.
I mean, because this episode is yours. Like, you can say anything you want. Like, I mean, like if you want to talk about like your favorite animal at the zoo, like that you went to the other day, we can talk about that.
No, I like I'm leaving it up to you. I'm cool with whatever though. I mean, I'm sure like I literally just said some random shit to you now instead of talk about, so I'm fine with that too. But
Dude, we can talk about anything you want. Like, okay, like this. Okay, so in high school, was there was there like any player that you really hated facing?
That's a good question. I actually have a crazy story in high school, and I guess I'll
See?
share
There you
I'll
go.
share that because I always wanted to, I want to get to the point like if I'm in professional baseball, which that's the goal, and hopefully by the end of this year, because
For
literally
sure.
when I go next or tomorrow to New Jersey for the evaluation, I want to make sure I'm at the point like I want to as a left-handed pitcher, if I can throw 90-93 consistently and get it and prove all my balls are or all my pitches are strikes.
Yeah.
There's a really good shot I can get signed because people love that shit, and my arm is
Yeah.
so like like it's literally like a youth arm because I haven't I've never really threw that much up until like this past year. So when I was in high school though, I because I always said when I if I reach this level, the world will know my story, and that's the goal. Like I want to serve as like an inspiration and role
For
model.
sure.
Some random some lady added me on LinkedIn. I'm sorry, I'm getting so off the topic right now,
No,
but
dude, you're
it's my
good.
episode. So
It is your episode.
she asked me, she messaged me on LinkedIn yesterday, and it was so random, but she was very nice, and I don't know who she is, don't know what, but she asked me like what I'm doing, and I was telling her, and she's like, what do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years? And I was, obviously like, so I want to get into modeling and do, acting and, my real estate
Yeah.
and everything else on top of baseball, my career, and then my brand, I want to do more and more stuff, and you just reach, like I said, but my avenues, but what I want to where am I getting at? Oh yeah, so with when all this, when she asked me all that, and I told her it was really cool, but I always said like the story from my high school will probably be known, but it's pretty crazy. So my freshman year, my freshman year, I got moved up to varsity in playoffs. It was really cool. They wanted me up there, so it was nice. Sophomore year, I was like, I'm going to be starting because they just moved me up and they told me that they're really interested in me starting me, and I ended up not happening. I was in competition with somebody, and there was a certain day where the coach was like, listen, it's this day that we're evaluating both of you. Whoever's the best out here, we're going to do it. And I was in the outfield that day. So I caught every baseball and they didn't play me. And I was a little upset. I was very upset actually over that because I was just lied to because I beat a competition. And I hate when baseball players do this because I used to do this all the time. But like, you always try to, everyone makes excuses and says their side of the story as to what happened. And so anyone could be thinking right now, oh, he's bullshitting his story. So that's why I try to shy away from just telling the full story. But I was hurt, but they finally gave me a shot and caught this insanely crazy catch in the outfield. I had to pretty much dive back, catch it, and throw it to second for a double play, and it was pretty cool. It was a relay to first, so I was double play, but every time they gave me my shot, I was always proving I should be playing. Like I think my junior year, for the limited at bats I had, because again I was supposed to be starting junior year, never happened. But for the limited at bats I had, I believe I batted like 850 or something like that. It was crazy. Yeah, so it was cool. It was cool, but my senior year, and this is where it gets crazy. It was just I'm not gonna get into a full story because it's over now. It happened, and someone asked me, where you are now. It was actually one of my really good friends, Chris Simcoe. Shout out him. But he asked me, he's like, knowing where you are now. He just asked me this a couple months ago. But knowing where you are now, like, and you look back, like, what do you have to say to your high school coach? Because the high school coach and me, I don't think ever really saw eye to eye. I was, and so my senior year, we were in the PIAA. I think we were going for state, or we were in district at that point for playoffs, and he wasn't, and I was starting, but he wasn't hitting me. I was pissed about that because I knew I should be hitting. But I got why I guess he won someone else there. But I was starting in the outfield, but he wasn't giving me a shot. And pitching was, he wasn't giving me that much of a shot either. And I knew I was slower. My friend Joe was actually the starter for that team. He was pitching high 80s at that point. He was doing really well. But when all that shit happened, I ended up telling my coach one day that I was like, listen, I'm going to be, I was like, I have to go somewhere for practice. I can't be here. And he was like, okay, that's cool. It's whatever. I don't even know what I said I had to do, but I went to another baseball practice where I knew I was going to get my reps in and be ready. Ooh. And this is just being immature at that point. Yeah. But at the same time, I like to say everything happens for a reason. I'm religious and whatnot. And, I like to say God guides you in the right directions. But 100%. When I was pitching that day, I was on the mound for my other team I was pitching for. I was getting my work in. I pitched really well. And it was, and I don't know if you've ever done this before, but like I went to go text my catcher, and unknowingly I texted my coach, who the names were right back and forth, and I asked him how I pitched today. And I didn't even realize I didn't even realize I did it until the next day when high school coach comes in. He's like, I need to talk to you for a second, and he kicked me off the team. He was like, it's a rule that you can get in trouble, and so he's like, you're a liability, and I have to kick you off the team. And I was like, that's crazy. But it's just we never saw eye to eye. So I think he was always looking for an actual excuse to kick me off. And that's fine because I ended up playing a lot in my other team. It was only like a small, team from my area, but it still gave me a lot of reps and got me, better rather than playing. And that team actually ended up winning states, and they left my name. They left my name off the banner. Oof. And I was laughing about it because I wasn't mad that my name wasn't on the banner. Like it's, there, it's still, I can go to that school right now and see it, but I wasn't mad about it because at the end of the day, I was like, I'm not good. I'm looking at that as a participation trophy. Even though I was starting in the outfield, I wasn't really playing, I felt like, and it didn't bother me as much. And maybe that's just me trying to convince myself, but it didn't bother me as much. And, but there was one time I'll never forget it. And I never really talked to Joe after this about this, and I'm not going to, even if he sees this, but you'll have him on and whatnot. But there was a time where we were in the locker room. I had to be because I was mad about how my coach wasn't giving me a chance, and when he did, I was always proving him wrong. And it was him, the athletic director, and a couple other people, and I felt it was like a gang up on me, like really coming after me as why I'm saying this stuff and whatnot. And I was like, I was just I was crying. I was upset. I was like, there's literally 5 people coming at me for no reason, not for no reason, but because they're not giving me a shot. And I was so mad about it. And all I remember from that conversation is at the end when that head coach, he said, "Do you have anything to say to me, Adam?" And like after I'm crying and everything, he just gave it to me. And I looked at him, and I'll never forget it because I was like, one day I'm going to prove you wrong. And that's all I said, and I left. And it's a crazier story, but my friend had asked me, now retrospect where I'm now. It's only from that team. It's only me and Joe now who are in professionals. He's obviously higher than me right now. Hopefully I can meet him there this year.
Dude, you are in. Like,
yeah, I'm getting there.
Yeah.
But my friend asked me, what would I say to that coach now knowing where I'm at and where I could possibly be? And for the longest time, I would say up until my sophomore, junior year in college, for the longest time, I was like, I'm going to like call out this coach. I'm going to, make sure he made a mistake and all this stuff. And I would have been mad at him. But as I'm maturing now and growing up, I wouldn't even say I was junior, but like as I was growing up and whatnot, and now where I am, I said to my friend, I was like, I would tell him, thank you. We don't like each other probably, or maybe we do. Maybe he's cool with me now, or if I see him, I'm gonna show him respect still because that's how I am. But I would tell him thank you because if it wasn't for him when he wasn't giving me my opportunities that I thought I deserved, not even deserved, but worked hard for, and he knew it. Like everyone knew it. I was getting recruited colleges even though I wasn't playing as much. That's crazy. Like people see talent, and it was crazy. But
it's a small motivation in there.
Yeah, well, he pushed me. Like it pushed me. Like I was like, it was every day since freshman year. I was like, I'm not getting noticed, but every day I was working my ass off, and it was the coolest feeling because I don't know where I would have been if I was playing in high school a lot rather than I wasn't. Like I pushed myself, and it taught me hard work. And now everything I'm doing, it's just like nonstop. Like my mind cannot stop until like I'm successful, and that's what like drives me now.
That's good. I mean, like there are those people that do that. I mean, like I have a guy. I mean, like it's kind of like the same thing. Like he would always push me, and then I'm just like, why are you doing this to me? And I never understood. But then now, I mean, like I am so thankful, like that happened.
Yeah, and it's almost a blessing in disguise because you don't see it obviously when you're growing up. It's like what the hell's going on, and you're so immature so you're not thinking properly. But as you're growing up, it's just like, and you're looking back on it, it's like all those little things, it brought it, made you who you are today.
Oh, 100%. There's, I was just like thinking about, because I had a coach like when I was like 12 years old, and then I remember he told me that I had the potential like to be like starting shortstop like on our select team, and I didn't believe him, but then the guy who was playing shortstop, he got hurt, and then I jumped in. And then, dude, like he pushed me to my absolute limits. I mean, like I would take ground balls at practice, like crying, because I'm just like, I don't want to do this. Like I'm done. But then we went to a tournament, and it was just like, I mean, like right then, like I believed like that I could do it. Just
that's
because,
what I'm saying. Yeah. That's so freaking cool.
I guess. Would you talk to that coach again? Like if you had like a face-to-face conversation, like would you? Or do you think that he?
I don't know if he. I'm sure he would. I mean, he has to be mature to say hello and whatnot. I'm sure, but I probably would say something. Maybe like if we looked at each other and like there's like, oh shoot, I can't get out of this. I would regardless probably go up to him. I wouldn't go out of my way to go up to him, but if I had saw him, yeah, I would go up to him, and we like made eye contact. I mean, it's inevitable at that point, but if he asks what I'm doing, I would probably be short with him. I probably wouldn't even mention anything. If I am in the MLB, like hopefully, God willing, I'm sure my name will be out there. Then if especially say I'm pitching in the World Series, like everyone watches that. So like
100%.
But like if I saw him and I told him what I'm doing, I don't know what his reaction would be, but I would say thank you, and because I said I will say that if I ever saw him now. And he probably would just probably be, probably knowing him, he'd probably be like, "Oh yeah, you're welcome," but like, you're like, or maybe he won't care. Maybe he'd be like, "Yeah, cool, you're welcome, thanks," or "You're welcome," whatever. But I don't know, and I don't know if I ever really care to have that point. But if I do see him, I will say thank you.
Well, with that being said, when you make your MLB debut, I will be there, and then if he wants to come into the stadium, I'll be like, hell no.
Yeah, he won't.
You were gone.
He will not be there for the debut. No. You could be there for the debut. He will not be.
He can watch it from home at a bar and just be like, God damn.
Yeah, what happened? Up. But what's funny is when that whole thing happened, apparently, and I don't know how true this is, but people did told me from that team that I gained respect because apparently I mean I always stick up for myself regardless of the situation I'm in, and I'm gonna stick up for myself because you have to have love for yourself. Like, how could you love someone if you can't love yourself? Or the same thing with respect. So apparently, I gained a lot of respect that day, and it was funny. And then when I was playing college ball, they people were telling that coach what I was doing because I still had friends on the team, and he like was still mentioning my name, which was hilarious. I don't know if I was owning real estate in his mind or not, but like he was hearing what I was doing.
You were. You were because he knew deep down that he fucked up, and but I feel like he won't admit it though.
No, he could have so used me in the play. I mean, they ended up winning. I don't know. I think they won the whole thing, but I know they could have used me for anything because it was really Joe and then my other friend Teague who were pitching a lot. But I was that oddball lefty who had crazy movement on his balls, and that's definitely pitched slower. But I was getting it. It was getting the.
Yeah. I think I lost you. No. Well, Adam disappeared, so we're gonna wrap up this episode. Let's just say that Adam Michalesko is an absolute awesome person, and I can't wait to release this episode. I mean, he's down to earth, genuine person, and I hope that someday his dreams do come true, and he can absolutely kick ass in MLB. But you know what? So I'm gonna wrap this one up. And wow, he is back. Hold on.
No, I didn't cut it off. Sorry.
Dude.
My phone.
I was like giving like a wrap up of the podcast. I was
no.
Well, it's like, well, Adam's a good person, genuine person. So now you're back. Look at that.
No, I appreciate it. It was just a reintroduction. I got to keep the fans rolling. Follow Adam Michalesko on Instagram and everywhere else.
Adam Michalesko. I got it. See that?
But no, it's my phone goes into battery saver mode when it's under 50%. And so it closed out the thing. I was like, shoot, but I fixed it now.
Oh, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's still going. Yeah, I was like a last minute. We're good. We're good.
We're at 50 minutes, man.
We're good. We're chilling. That was 30 seconds, the longest 30 seconds of our lives, but it's okay. But yeah, I don't even know what I was saying, but he may have owned real estate in his mind, but that's okay. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm figuring out life as it goes along. My mindset is going to figure it out as I want to be the best version of myself. And I want to figure out why I think the way I do. How do I I was just talking to my cousin, really close to my cousin. I was talking to her last night. We had like an hour and a half conversation, and I was talking to her about this because we both have a very focused, like the universe, like let the universe guide you and believe in yourself and whatnot. And I'm big into all that stuff. The secret on Netflix. Watch that documentary. It's a little boring, but it's freaking incredible. I have my vision board right here. I made it right after that, and I watched it twice because the second time I took a lot of notes. All the quotes that were in it, I did that. I wrote notes.
That too.
Yeah, I think I have 10 pages of notes on that documentary. But it was a Christmas I did that. But anyway, I was talking to her about this, and she was saying, because I was telling her, I was like, good or bad situation, I want to live in a state of neutrality. Like, 100%. I want, be happy, when the exciting times happen, be happy, celebrate that time, but let that pass through you and go right back to neutral, get focused again and have fun. And, bad times, upset, let that pass through you, soak up, be upset.
Well, yeah, because you don't want to hold on to those negative feelings and then like the energy from it.
Yeah, that shit deal with sucks.
It and go.
Yeah. I still not for any specific reason, hopefully nothing ever bad, but I'm still trying to really like let out a good cry. For years I've been saying it. I have not let out a good cry in years, and I want one so bad. Not for any specific bad reason. It's just I want one. I think that's very beneficial.
Dude, they are necessity. They are.
Have you cried recently at all?
Let's see. I think honestly about a week ago it was it was for Veterans Day. Then I went to go put flags like on my great grandparents' grave sites. But like other than that, I think I want to say probably 4 months ago. 4 or 5 months ago. It was just like, you know what, like I just need to let everything out.
Good for you.
Yeah, it felt good. And I mean, like, even like being like a guy, like you still need that. You still need to just 100%. Let everything go, and then you feel so much better after.
Right. I wholeheartedly agree. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been in like a super long relationship to where I'm gonna cry over something. I am actually looking for love. So if there's any ladies looking at this podcast, no, I'm kidding.
Adam Michalesko.
I want to get on. Maybe get on The Bachelor. I'll be a host and the person.
Do it.
I should just. I know people from that company or from the production because I met them through football. Who were just doing it for a couple weeks, and I knew one guy specifically. I have his number. He's a tech producer on the show. I was like, dude, I would love to try.
Use those resources. Use that.
He's a great guy, and maybe that I just exposed that, so maybe I won't get on because I just exposed it, but it might help.
Hey, I can cut that part out. We're good.
Cut that part out.
No, dude. Use your connections and use your resources, and I think you are really good at doing that.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, 100%. I'm getting to that point definitely, but I definitely am looking for love. So I think that's one big thing in my life that on top of everything, I think I really, because I know you have a girl and whatnot, but I love the idea of growing on a journey with somebody. 100%. I grow on my journey, they grow on their journey, and we're just together. And like, because I'm not, I really care. That's just me. Yeah. And so it's hard to, just do stuff without having emotions and whatnot. So I kind of shy away from certain stuff, but I really care, and I'm looking for that type of stuff. I think that's cool.
Yeah, it's I mean, we live in like a 700 square foot studio apartment, so it's kind of like we have no space like from each other, honestly. I mean, like besides the times that we are at work, and she usually works like in the evenings, and I work during the day, so like I usually just do like my podcast like when she's at work. But now she's been working until like 3 p.m, so she's home. So now she just hangs out and watches I'm talking about you. And she she just watches TikToks and just sits on her phone while I do my podcast, and then afterwards we go do her thing. But it's fun. She said dinner. She's getting hungry. She's getting hangry.
She's getting hangry over there.
Yeah. So with that being said, we're going to wrap it up a little bit. So I have one final question for you.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so let's say that there's a high school kid that knows he is worth it, but then there's someone telling him, no, buddy, you are not. And it's someone that is directly like right above them, like a coach. What would you tell that kid?
That's a good question. Whenever I ask at the end of my podcast, I always like to say, what would you tell somebody? I respect that question. Yeah, I mean, I'm everyone I'm sure gives a cliche answers and whatnot, so I'm going to try to make it more unique, just because that's how I am. But like don't say screw you or anything, but live life like out on a limb. I'm not even promoting my brand 100%. At that point. Believe in yourself so much that someone's going to tell you no. Okay, good for them. Who are they to tell you no in life? That makes zero sense to me. You live your own life, so like do whatever you want. So the fact a coach is telling you can't do it or you're not worth it. Okay, screw you. I'll find something better. If it's not in this moment, I'm gonna, I'll work my ass off to be here. But if you're not giving me that shot, I'm gonna go elsewhere. I mean, that's literally I just described what I did. But
no, it's awesome.
Well, work your ass off, because at one point or another, if you keep believing in yourself, it's gonna happen. There's ways to make that shit happen. You may not think it now. I still don't even think I got it, but like it's gonna happen. And you look back at those times, and it's laughable. It's funny, the fact that someone didn't believe in you. That's the funniest shit in my life. They're like thinking about, like, it's like, how could someone just tell you no? Like, that makes zero, like, it just doesn't make any sense. So for that person, for that kid, if there's a coach putting you down or whatnot, okay, screw you. I'm gonna look for other avenues. If you have to maybe do travel ball, or find a way to make money and go send yourself somewhere else, or you keep working out. I mean, social media is huge now. Anyone has a phone. You can take videos of yourself and promote yourself on social media, get big, where that coach has no choice but to start you, because you're big and you're getting good and everyone sees how hard you work and you're better than that team. Like, anything's inevitable, but yeah, you gotta promote yourself. Anything to sell yourself for the right reasons and get yourself to the top, working your ass off. That's selling yourself. You have to work your ass off and prove it. Actions and words. Actions speak louder than words.
Hey, nail that one, because dude, I would say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
There is no stopping someone that is passionate and that has a goal. There's always ways.
Well, it's funny because growing, especially in high school, I was always laughed at. I was always laughed at because I was always saying I want to go in the MLB. I hate it. My friend who was actually one of my friends on that team, actually, I'm not going to say who, but I remember we had an English class together, and they're like, what you want to be when you're older? And I was scared to say MLB because everyone made fun of me for always saying that and believing in myself. And he said, and I still mention it in there because I'm never going to stop saying it, even though I didn't care what people thought. But he said that he'd be happy if he goes, obviously MLB would be cool, but he'd be happy if he just stuck in the minors. And I was like, why would you say that? Why would you settle? Never settle. Yeah, always go at the top. So I always got made fun of for in high school, but like I said, now it's just me and Joe living this crazy journey, and else what? So screw it.
Hey, I can respect that. I used to go to speech therapy for hours and hours.
No way.
Because I had
freaking awesome.
Well, I try now, but it's like, I mean, like, because I'm passionate about it. So now it's kind of like, I'm talking about like what I love. So yeah, so now it's, I used to get made fun of like for stuttering, and now I have a podcast, and everyone like that made fun of me, like they're like, oh my God, like you have a podcast now, like that's so cool. I'm just like, well, fuck you guys. Like,
yeah, I mean, because that's the other thing. Look for your true friends. I've really been looking 100%. For that recently. There was a lot of people I cut out of my life, and people aren't happy about it, but that's okay, because if you're not, do it. You got to look at, like, Ryan Reynolds. I just posted on my Instagram. I don't know if I have you on Instagram. I'll have to follow you, but
I added you today.
Okay, cool. I'll add you back. But yeah, he was like, the faker you are, you're going to have a bigger circle of people who don't give a shit, but your smaller circle, that shows how true you are, because you only want the true people who want you to see you succeed, and you want to see them succeed as much as they want you. And it's your entourage, the show Entourage. Literally, who's in your entourage?
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
No fake people allowed.
Hey, I want to be in your circle. So
you're in my circle. Trust me. I mean,
Let's go.
We clicked right away, dude. So I appreciate
That's what I'm saying. Well, I'm in your circle. You're in my circle.
I appreciate
Adam,
it. Let's go.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Mason, it was a pleasure. Thank you for having me. Sorry for talking a lot.
Dude, I like that. I like the guys that talk because it makes my life easier.
Yeah, it does.
Hey, we'll have a great night and have fun
too,
tomorrow.
Buddy. Thank you. I will talk to you probably after this. I'll snap you.
Deal. Sounds good.
All right. Peace.
All right. Hey, have a good one.
You too.